All right, crew, coming at you here from the mobile office. I'm out on the Polk, 29.57. We're just north of Milltown. I'm telling you, this one, it's full of opportunity. Commercial, residential, recreational. Come along, we're gonna take you around on this one. All right, we're starting in the southeast corner of this property, and I'm walking up on this pasture area. And this is a several acre pasture that's all fenced off. You can see the fence line right there. As I walk up further, we got the gate, and there's actually some horses in the background there that would be your neighbors. But if you're a hobby farmer, you have cattle, you have horses, this is one small area right here that we have fenced off already, but there's a lot of room out here in this property for more pasture. All right, I'm standing in the middle of this pasture area, and again, it's like a blank slate out here. There's a lot you could do with this, especially with the zoning. On the west side here, we have the commercial zoning. On the east side, we have the residential. You know, you could come back here, you could build a home, hobby farm. But if you have a business mindset, we're in the middle of cabin country, and you're right off Highway 35. You could come back here, you could build these self-storage units. A lot of these people on the lakes, they don't have storage right on the lake, so they need a place to store their boats and ATVs and UTVs in the off season. This would be a great location for that. All right, this is a pretty cool feature on this property. At one point, somebody came in here and dug in this pond, and it appears how it's dug in with the elevation changes and whatnot, that this is probably going to hold water year round, and it's really tight to the cover. You can see to the background there, that's most of the cover that the wildlife has out here in that direction to the north. So it's a pretty safe area down here. It's kind of dug in, so you're away from the road and the traffic. And this has got to be a great spot for wildlife sightings. All right, I'm standing here. We got a fence gap. There's a fence. It runs on each side of this post. And you can tell right there that at some point there was like a 2-track trail that was maintained. And it hasn't been maintained for several years. You can tell it's kind of overgrown, but it really wouldn't take much work to go back in there and carve that out. And it looks like it kind of snakes through the whole north end of this property. So be great for access, be great for the wildlife. They'd use it. But I brought a trail camera with me. I'm going to go on a hike here, and we're going to set this trail camera up, see if we can get some wildlife photos. All right, guys, if you love nasty habitat, I'm in the spot right now. I'm in the heart of the cover on this property. We're on the north end of the property. Got a little bit of everything here. Got some wetlands behind us here. Got some hardwoods, popple, maple. Looks like there's a white pine, kind of some scrub timber back here, but I'm telling you, it's great habitat. And I'm walking in on this heavily used trail. I noticed we had some historical rubs here, and came across this guy in the background here. That was probably rubbed last fall. So good spot here on the north end and all the cover. It's a jungle, baby. All right, crew, I was back in the jungle here on the north end, and some super good habitat back there. And there's a couple areas I wanted to hang a trail camera to get some wildlife footage out here, but unfortunately didn't have the right trees to mount the camera, and I don't have the equipment on me. So we came back out here to this fence gap. You can see the camera right there on that fence post. And there's this old 2-track trail that's kind of overgrown, but they're still using it. They're coming out to this fence gap, and then right over this hill, there's the pond. So they should funnel out of this cover, and we should be able to get some photos. But a lot of times on our listings, especially the recreational land side, if there's any recreational component to it, you know, our future buyers want to see what's out here in terms of the wildlife. So a lot of times we do have trail cam photos the seller's willing to provide us, but sometimes there's situations where we don't. And so we'll come out here, we'll do the work, and we'll gather the footage ourselves. So we're gonna let this one soak here for a week or two, and we'll come back out and check it and see if we can add some wildlife photos to our listing. Okay, so a cool feature about this property, on the east side, you have the Gandy Dancer State Trail. And this is a 47-mile trail, goes throughout northwest Wisconsin. The Cool part about this, you have access to a snowmobile trail. You can ride ATVs on here during the winter time. You can bike, you can hike, you can run on this. It's well groomed. And you'll never really have to worry about neighbors right on your fence line. So cool feature on this property on the east side. All right, crew, that'll do our tour here just north of Milltown in Polk County on 29.57 acres. This property's got a little bit of everything. It's got commercial zoning, residential zoning. There's definitely a recreational component. Build your dream home, hobby farm, business. You're in the heart of cabin country. It also has the Gandy Dancer State Trail that runs on the east side of the property. It's a 47-mile trail that goes throughout northwest Wisconsin. Again, a lot of options, a lot of opportunity in this one. If you want to learn more about it, give me a call. I'm Jeff Fern. I'm with the Neil Hogger Real Estate Team. I want to be your guy in the land business.